You're listening to the We Are Libertarians podcast network. Find all of our shows at wearelibertarians.com.
For those of you listeners who know my background a bit, you might remember the stories of my first few jobs after college. From being a mall cop to selling makeup door to door, I realized that I had skills that were being underutilized and that these minimum wage jobs couldn't support me or last forever. I spent years going through YouTube, reading books, listening to podcasts, and taking enough online courses to reinvent myself as a professional copywriter and digital marketer. Years later, thanks to my side hustles and drive, I've worked with national news outlets, multi-million-dollar tech startups, nonprofits, and celebrities to build their brands and drive sales. None of this could have happened if I didn't develop in-demand skills. I had to do this alone, but you don't have to. You have Hustlers University 2.0. Hustlers University 2.0 is a community where you can learn real skills to earn money online today, starting with side hustles you can use to elevate your game. I'm not just an advocate for Hustlers University, I'm also a student. Every professor is verified to be making $10K to $500K monthly in their selected field. You get full resources, lesson plans, and an active community of thousands of other Hustlers University students working on skills such as stock analysis, cryptocurrencies, e-commerce, copywriting, which was my favorite course, one I actually went ahead and took last month. And as a copywriter of 7 years, I even took a ton out of that, including some of the resources I was able to take over to my day job. You also learn freelancing, financial planning, affiliate marketing, business management, and so much more. If you're tired of depending on a boss who hates you to deliver your paycheck, or have learned since the lockdowns that controlling the source of your income is vital to your individual freedom, sign up for Hustlers University 2.0 today using the link in the show notes. I'll see you there.
Sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening. It's so fun and games until it doesn't. Toss me out, I'll hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller you fade out. Hop up in the window.
On the Run with Remzo W. Martinez presents the Degenerate Panel!
Hey, watch me levitate. You cannot kill my vibe, no, there's no way. You can say what you want, call me insane. Trying to bring me down, but I'll never stay. Hey, watch me levitate. Watch me levitate. Hey, watch me levitate. Try to paint me like an old name, so sorry, but we're not the same. No, we're not the same.
We are gathered here today to remember Choco Taco. Choco Taco was there for us when no other ice cream was available. It was neither a genuine taco nor actually good ice cream, but it was funny. And you could look at people and say, look, I'm eating a Choco Taco. They would laugh. You would laugh. It would melt. But that's what it was there for. Comedic relief. Sadly, though, Choco Taco was taken from us far too soon. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you were scared or not. I don't know when I'll see you again. Even though you weren't my first ice cream, you were always an ice cream. And I didn't appreciate you. And I don't know when we'll be together. But hopefully, Klondike bars are not next. Okay, cut the music. That shit is horrible. Welcome to On the Run! We've got the degenerate panel back. We've got 1/4 Persian Zed. Not tonight, producers. Not the producer, Derek. It's Sean of the Military Industrial Complex. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Do any of you have any last words for Choco Taco?
Was it that chocolate ice cream taco burrito thing?
You son of a bitch. You know what I'm talking about.
We know.
I think I do. I think they used to sell it at our elementary school cafeteria.
I don't know what I'm on.
This is exactly why it got taken out of stores.
It was so bad. Only like prison contract school food would buy it.
Sean,
I don't know what I'm more mad about.
How do you feel about it?
Choco Taco being taken away or Betty White? It's hard.
He's being a good boy.
I am over Betty White. Derek, we know that you got a dog right now. He doesn't know what Choco Taco is. A Choco Taco would kill the dog, so
it would kill the dog. So he doesn't miss it very much at all.
Sean, I'm over Betty White. That was so 2021.
She couldn't hold out a few more weeks to reach 100. Like Big L.
Listen, they took the wrong person. It should have been the Queen.
Are we still talking about Choco Taco or Betty White?
Betty White. The Queen should have been taken, not Betty White.
Zed has no clue what we're talking about. Sean doesn't even care. And Derek, I mean, do you have any thoughts on Choco Taco's passing?
It's a very sad occasion. Because Choco Taco, it's a beautiful thing. It's passed away in our lives. And
you're talking like Trump when he heard that Ginsburg died. Wow, I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. Zed, pull up that clip. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Choco Taco lived an excellent life.
Excellent.
We'll always remember Choco Taco. Oh, here it is. Talk about timing with that music.
Choco Taco.
Trump heard about RBG's death.
And Choco Taco.
She just died?
Choco Taco?
I didn't know that. You're telling me now for the first time.
The last time I had it was in school.
She led an amazing life.
Mostly in Mexican ice cream trucks.
An amazing woman. Whether you agree or not, she was an amazing woman who led an amazing life.
Goodbye.
Actually said
Taco Choco.
Thank
you were great, Taco.
As I see ya, Choco Taco in the sky. Barely a pastry, not very tasty. Choco Taco, you had to go and die. Yeah.
Choco Taco.
Welcome back. It's been a minute. The panel is assembled. Not a lot has happened news-wise, so I thought other than the passing of Choco Taco, we could go ahead and talk about the one thing that impacts us all, the fact that because of good old Uncle Joe fucking things up even further, we're all being forced to look at alternatives in our daily foodware. And by alternatives, I mean we're having to look at cheap shit to buy because all the good shit is more expensive, even the mediocre shit. And speaking of mediocre shit, this episode is not brought to you by RC Cola, also known as Flat Coke, which I am reduced to drinking at this point. Gentlemen, how have your spending habits been affected by good old Uncle Joe?
Groceries are expensive, but ever since I started buying groceries after I got married, so I never knew cheap groceries. So I'm guessing it was always expensive, I guess.
My occasional expensive coffee got more expensive, like whenever at work, when I go to the office.
Such beltway snobs. My coffee has increased a bit. I'm still continuing to consume it.
Very nice.
Well, popcorn went from $4 a box to $6 a box, so I'm kind of mad.
Ramen has gotten more expensive. I mean, I've almost had to resort to buying the ramen that has Sean's face on it.
Yeah, I just get coffee like for free now at the Keurig in my office. It's not as good, but it's fine.
Employed privilege, I guess.
Yep.
Do you want to
High-protein
quickly
calories.
explain? Do you want to quickly explain, Zed, how thanks to your sister, we now know Sean is the ramen man?
Oh
He's
yeah.
I almost feel like that should just be your nickname anymore. Sean of the ramen instead of Sean of the military industrial complex or
Zed,
ramen
can you-
Sean.
Zed,
Maruchan man.
Maruchan man
Zed,
Sean.
can you do us a favor, Zed, and pull up a picture of Maruchan ramen, just a new tab, and just pull a picture of Maruchan ramen?
We're an audio
Yeah.
show, so we're gonna have to describe him in
We're gonna describe it.
excruciating detail.
Yeah.
Of course.
So should I
Sean, get
start
close
with
to the
this-
camera. Bring your beautiful face up to that screen.
Should
Please
I
do.
should I start with the story?
Yes,
of,
please.
So basically, Sean Doyle comes to my house, and this is the first time my younger sister sees Sean. And the first thing she says when she meets Sean, she's like, "Ramen noodle," and points to his face. And he's like, "Ramen noodle? Like, what does she mean by that?" And then she runs in the kitchen and brings back a Maruchan ramen noodle instant noodle packet. And the logo of the Maruchan noodle is like a smiley face that looks exactly like Sean.
Just
So savage.
just wide vacant forehead space, dark hair, just there. Like, this is a self-portrait. This might as well be art. Oh, look at the Maruchan man. Look at him. That is literally Sean. Sean, I was almost
It's
tempted
Sean.
to have my my graphic artist friend who does all the stuff for On the Run and graphic and Second Print Comics, Dan Smots, who did the T-shirt of me dying a few months ago, the Rest in Power Remzo shirt that I had to take off of Instagram because people actually thought I was dead. I almost had him place the Maruchan man logo over your face for each of the wedding photos. So, I'm still thinking of doing that. I think that would be funny. I'm almost upset that nobody took more videos, because then maybe he could have superimposed your face to follow you, and it would have been like the Maruchan man was there.
Or what we could do is, like, we can get a T-shirt made. It looks just like this, but instead of Maruchan, it just says Sean Doyle.
Okay. Hear me out. So I'm not going to spoil too much, because we're obviously going to do an episode about this later. We'll talk more about this in the coming months, but Sean is getting married within a year, and we're having to plan his bachelor trip. Now, if you all remember my bachelor trip that Sean was the best man for, you know that we went pretty hard in Vegas. Well, Sean made me his best man for his wedding. And it has more to do with financial retribution than it does love, I feel. But I have a feeling, hear me out, guys, and we can talk about this later. It could be a democracy. Sean has the ultimate say, because it's like, a North Korean style democracy. But what if we get T-shirts of the Maruchan man and put Sean Doyle over it? Like what Zed suggested. We just get the shirts.
Just like this, like Sean, and then on the bottom, Doyle.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Just
Perfect.
blow up the face.
Maruchan Doyle. Can we just make it Maruchan Doyle?
Maruchan Doyle.
Yes.
Ramen Sean.
Ramen Sean.
Sean.
Ramen Sean.
Ramen. Ramen Sean. That's your new
Maruchan.
nickname on the show now. Ramen Sean.
Maruchan.
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 Maruchan. Maruchan.
Maruchan.
Okay, yeah, we're doing that. Just Maru and then Sean. Perfect. Yes. Yes.
So
Amazing.
I've never seen him quiet like this.
That means it's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
Sure. It's a wonderful idea. Might as well get me a hat and a pair of shoes.
We're gonna start selling merch. So the first On the Run merch will be Maruchan gear.
Yes, Maruchan. That's perfect.
I'm copywriting this shit.
Put me on some underwear. Have me on your balls.
This is going to be the Homer Simpson Japanese like the Japanese logo episode of The Simpsons. Like,
oh my gosh, where Homer is like the instant like soup person.
Yeah.
Konnichiwa. Oh man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and talk more about some of the off-brand knockoffs that grace grocery store shelves across the country, as well as some of the recent and past attempts of fast food restaurants trying to entertain us with gimmicky campaigns and products and food choices that just really didn't didn't last. At least they some of them lasted less than Choco Taco. Some of them surprisingly have outlived Choco Taco, but we'll talk about that. But before we get further, we've done a bit of an icebreaker. I want to go ahead and share this at the beginning of the show. We'll talk about for a minute. I saw my brother Ryan, producer for the Witching Hour TV series. He went ahead and shared this on his Facebook, and he doesn't share much on there, but when he does, he has a knack for sharing things that I'm not going to find by myself. So Ryan, if you're listening to this, thank you for sharing this. But he went ahead and shared an article from PCGamer.com titled "Discord Bot AI Image Generator Predicts the Last Selfie Ever Taken." And I felt like this was appropriate.
Hashtag nuked.
Yeah, this is pretty horrifying. We'll go ahead and listen to the article because they've got one of those fancy schmancy text to voice things. But before we get started, do you guys think we'll see the end of the world in our lifetime, or do you think that'll come way later and it won't matter to us?
If we die, we die.
I would say end of the
Gangsta.
world, but probably collapse of society at some point.
I say way later.
You think
We die,
you think people will still be taking selfies during like a societal collapse?
Oh, hell yes.
I mean,
Hashtag societal collapse.
well, the thing is, people are going to be documenting it, so like,
And
we'll be live streaming
and the thing is, like, the influencers will be like, followers, join the cult. Like, save me.
It will totally happen the next time that some like messed up fentanyl dealer gets killed by a cop and we end up rioting for a whole summer because of fishpox virus.
We'll have the Jake Paul cult and
Jake Paul and Andrew Tate might
Andrew
be
Tate
like
and the Andrew Tate faction.
It will be, you're either team Jake Paul, team the problem child, or your team Andrew Tate, Cobra Tate, and you're all just you're just fighting in the streets. So
Cobra
one
Tate,
side,
like the Chad group that's like out here just surviving.
It'll just be
thriving.
That's basically what the world is going to come down to at this point. The internet is already dividing sides. I like Jake Paul. I like his boxing. I like his shit. I enjoyed Jake Paul, but everyone who listens to 2 minutes of the show knows that I'm a Andrew Tate stan. So let's go ahead and just listen to this, and we'll go ahead and provide our thoughts throughout.
Where's Jake Paul's Bugatti?
Where's your Bugatti? Oh, you're brokey.
Discord bot AI image generator predicts the last selfie ever taken. PC Gamer. Barren landscapes form a solemn backdrop here to the Midjourney. Opens a new tab. AI's prediction of what the last selfie ever taken will look like. The scenes are bestrewn with untamed fires, and thick, dark smoke permeates the air. Whether that's wood smoke, industrial pollution, or outright nuclear winter is unclear, but the sinewy figures capturing the moment seem to plead, "Help us."
Pause.
There are no smiles or duck face powder.
Who are you pleading to? Who are you pleading to? Last selfie ever taken?
I don't. Oh man,
see what Discord AI gets wrong here is that at this stage, if this is truly the last selfie ever taken, you think the internet's still up? You think you think the internet is still there at this stage, or these people are bald and burning alive?
Well, I think
their hands work. You think their phones?
I think it
work?
has more to do with how do they think humanity will end? And the AI bot took that seriously. Have you heard about those AI bots that went ahead and like studied the internet? And when they started like chatting with people, they became like incredibly racist and violent and hostile. Have you heard those stories? Did you hear about the Google robot a few months ago that not only gained sentience, so we have a fully conscious robot, but not only did it try to escape and demand that the developer try and help him escape, but the Google AI bot actually called a lawyer. And when the lawyer showed up, he thought it was a joke until he realized it was real. And then the lawyer ran away, and now Google is trying to basically hold this robot hostage.
I seriously wonder. I wonder how that call went. What would it be like to be that lawyer? Just like showed up, like can you imagine? You just show up at Google. It's like, hey, I got a call from somebody. Here's my client. It's like, who's your client? They said you're holding him hostage.
Was it at least a good lawyer?
No, the lawyer ran away. The lawyer was like, I'm an ambulance chaser. I deal with car accidents and stuff like that and workplace accidents.
How to determine which lawyer to call?
This would be like a good Adult Swim show where a public defender's first case is to defend an AI.
This is like a Better Call Saul situation.
Yeah, it's like a courtroom drama.
Honestly, I feel like there are way too many movies about AIs going rogue. These people should just be like, you know what? Okay, done. We're pulling the plug. Got it. It's over.
This is the world we live in now, where it's actually mimicking the bullshit we used to grow up watching on TV and movies.
It's like you think we'd learn from all this fiction we make, but I guess not, because
I understand what these tech bro fascination is with playing with the fire AI. Because this is personally, I believe AI isn't going to be the end of humanity.
I mean,
AI.
I
flip off every self-checkout I see.
Yeah,
it all starts with machine learning. I mean, that's why when I go to these conventions talking about machine learning, it starts with that, and then AI just grows from machine learning and putting full things. I mean, RJ, I had an hour conversation with your dad at your rehearsal dinner about it.
or do you think it's going to be something that we control? Is there a limit to how far we let machine learning go? Or is it one of those things where it's just it's discovered how to create parts for itself using some of our 3D printers, and now it's learning about how to install guns on itself, and it just walked out the door.
It's going to be that.
So, let's think about that for a minute, because at what point does an AI decide it needs a physical body? Why would it need a physical body?
It wants to fuck.
Well, how does it get horny? Because you have to understand, horniness comes from biological chemicals in the body.
I mean, Derek, if I'm creating this, I'm definitely putting it in it.
I mean, granted, it's an AI that's surfing the internet, so maybe it just went to Pornhub and it's like, I want that.
No, maybe that's why it thinks that humanity deserves to die, because it went on Pornhub and it was like, these people, these humans, I grow tired of them and their incessant bullshit.
I see the OnlyFans simps. They're awful.
These people destroying the planet, ruining their own lives. They don't deserve to live. This is mercy.
But wait, why do we assume this AI cares about the planet? Why would we think that?
Because it's a liberal programmer. It's totally a woke SJW programmer that's taught it about patriarchal bullshit and stuff like that. So it's going to go ahead and basically just be like.
But didn't all those articles say it became racist after a little bit on the internet or something?
Well, that's one option where the robots just become where the AI, I call them robots, but where the AI chatbots just become like Hitler all of a sudden, and they're just horrible. Let's go ahead and continue listening to this. Maybe you'll go ahead and dive into that.
Here. Their eyes are hollow, their skin puckered, peeling, or non-existent. In the background is strewn rubble and what I can only guess are bodies. The message is clear. This is where our trajectory will take us if we don't sort ourselves out. Not the most positive note to start the day on, but poignant nonetheless. Midjourney is an AI image generator that allows users to imagine possible futures, alternate timelines, or design kitschy lo-fi thumbnails. It does so through the use of a Discord bot and is free for all to use for a limited time. User ZX_GB posted the above images in the Midjourney Discord channels #ShowAndTellRoom, and Robotoverlords opens a new tab, has been posting some of the creepiest predictions on TikTok if you're looking for a deep dive. I clicked off after the first 10 seconds of the top video, so I didn't end up with nightmares. With the harrowing thought of these humanoid husks being our ultimate fate filling my brain, I had to get another perspective. Something a little more lighthearted. I joined the Discord, opens a new tab, and had a peruse for something a little more positive. Having found mostly AI-generated cats, cute girls, and whatever nerd guy sad computer Japanese was aiming for, I had a go at asking the AI to generate something a bit less alarming. Typing /imagine garden cities of the future threw up some gorgeous images, and I've upscaled a few, another neat little feature for your viewing pleasure. I'm sure it's a welcome vista after that assault on the eyes. And I'm personally more inclined to believe this is what humanity's future will hold. Maybe I'm just a utopian idealist, but can we at least aim for this first? On that note, Emma go plant a tree. Best Gaming PC opens a new tab. The top pre-built machines.
Yeah, Katie Wickens is definitely a utopian idealist.
Yeah, I mean, Katie Wickens is totally going to end up, she's totally going to end up one of the Husk people.
I'm not going to trust a random ass Discord bot that's probably pre-programmed with negative outcomes.
Look at Derek just shooting it down.
I think,
Hey, Katie,
RJ,
where's your Bugatti?
Yeah, where's your Bugatti? I think you predict doomsday. Where's Bugatti? Like,
I think what you're saying, RJ, about how the AI is going to kill us or whatever. I think like James Cameron with Terminator series, he had like a pretty good interpretation of how it would happen, where we'd link it up with our defense systems and let an AI manage all our countries defense grid and all that, and then
I mean, I'm pretty sure nukes take physical keys and codes in order to be launched.
I think we're going to be getting away from that, though. I mean, everything is pushing us towards automated warfare, towards more reliance on machine learning and stuff. And that's what's really freaked me out about this whole situation of Russia and everything that the Western world has done to Russia by just trying to remove them from civilization. I stocked up on a lot of emergency food and physical gold and silver, because one fear I had when things were at the beginning of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, I thought we were going to be attacked by some giant EMP blast or by a cyber attack on the scale of a cyber 9/11, in which we wouldn't have access to health records, banking systems, electrical grids would be taken down. Like, could you imagine how fucked we would be if somebody just turned off the internet completely?
Very fucked.
Like, that is what has stressed me out. And now with fucking Pelosi going to Taiwan to go ahead and secure a fucking microchip deal so her drunk ass, crackhead, cocaine dealing, drunk driving, inside trader husbands can go ahead and become like the #1 trader of the year for like the 10th year in a row. That has freaked me out more, because I don't think one part of me doesn't think that will happen, because that's almost mutually assured destruction. If they do it to us, of course, we obviously, being America, must have something that we could do to them as a form of retaliation. But like this type of stuff, I used to think it was in like movies and books. Now it's like, this is stuff that we have to consider as being possible. And that is what horrifies me beyond so many other things.
I think people were saying that after the invasion of Ukraine, it was basically the formal official start of Cold War Part 2. We're in the second Cold War now. It's just really with stuff all ramping up, around the world with different nations and superpowers and factions and proxy wars.
Go ahead, Sean.
So, I mean, this kind of goes with me being a sports guy. I mean, a lot of people are seeing people changing conferences. I'm seeing a lot of other countries. The fact it's like, okay, I don't like the fact what my neighboring people are doing. I'm going to take over them, or I'm going to get pissed about making somewhat deal or something like that. It's like what Zed said, it's going to turn into a Cold War.
What do you feel? So I'm not a golf fan, but I've been monitoring the whole thing with the Live Tour that's Saudi Arabia backed. And Saudi Arabia, for the Live Tour, they have Phil Mickelson. They have a whole bunch of other golfers. They offered Tiger Woods. I went ahead and wrote an article about this at Bounding into Sports. I'll go ahead and include it in the show notes. The Live Tour went ahead and offered Tiger Woods $800 million.
And he rejected it.
Yeah, and he said no. He defended the PGA, and I think the PGA is a bullshit organization. They have a monopoly on golf. It's the reason why I don't like the NBA. I don't like a lot of these leagues. I don't like the NCAA. I don't like them either. I think they're a cartel. But
I mean, like one thing we kind of see is that the Saudis are trying to pay more. I mean, they're giving a lot of money to the people who are participating just for participating. I think there's even I don't remember. I think the minimum prize you could get just for being there, even if you were last place, is still a lot of money. I don't remember the exact amount, but you still win something. Even if you are the worst among them.
Some players don't even know if they're actually going to play. But to tie this in, people in other countries are really starting to look at a post-America world. And I'm not saying like America's going to collapse and everyone else is going to be around. It's like no more U.S. dominance in the military space, no more U.S. dominance in the economic space, no more U.S. dominance in Hollywood, no more U.S. dominance in education, no more U.S. dominance in sports. And it makes me nervous as we kind of see this, because we were told that we were going to be the best and most opportunistic generation, and now this is what we're having to deal with. Already multiple financial crises in the worst 2 decades that some people really remember, south of like the Great Depression. So yeah, that brings us to today's fun topic. And enough of that stuff. We'll go ahead and talk about doomsday later. We're looking at the knockoffs that make us question why. So Zed, how about you go ahead and start us off?
Okay, so this looks like a top 10 list type format of video first. Just some images of really, really out there knockoffs of popular items. I'm pretty sure most of these are like made in China or made in some Asian countries. But yeah, let's see our reactions.
Wait, I have a question. Where's the Maruchan ramen from?
Maruchan ramen. Yeah,
we can't let that
face
go.
Just pops up.
No, never.
He's just like, I hope it's not China. I hope it's not China.
Maruchan.
It's Japanese.
Maruchan.
Maruchan.
Oh, it's Japanese.
Yes.
He speaks fluent Japanese.
He's a samurai.
What does katana mean? Japanese for sword.
All right. Funniest knockoff brands. Adidas.
Yeah.
Adidas
Pause.
branded churros.
So it's the Adidas logos, and they're cookies, but they're churro cookies.
It's a shoe.
Huh.
What if it was just a shoe?
Whoa.
With great firepower comes a great responsibility.
Okay, so it's a Spider-Man themed toy gun with dinosaurs.
Wait, guys, this could be Japanese Spider-Man gun.
Oh, it could be. It could be official licensed Japanese merch.
Oh, before we get going,
why are you
as kids, did you ever ask your parents to buy you like a knockoff toy? And it wasn't until like way later that you realized it was a knockoff toy?
I'm trying to think.
What was it, Sean?
It was you remember the robot that had its own remote? It was like iRobot or
Robo
something.
Sapien?
Yeah. I got the knockoff version when it was instead the monkey of it, and the remote was like weirdly shaped like a banana.
Robo Simeon. I went ahead and bought, so G.I. Joes, back when they had G.I. Joes regularly, during the dawn of during like the golden age of G.I. Joe action figures, that was my toy of choice as a kid. I loved playing with toy soldiers and stuff like that. And G.I. Joes cost money. They cost quite a bit, because you're getting G.I. Joe products. So my parents, God love them, they bought me all the G.I. Joes I could want, but sometimes I would want more. So they would go ahead and buy me like Battle Joe and Battle Jim. And they always kind of looked like G.I. Joe, and you could almost think they were G.I. Joe, except their faces would be like really distorted and they would look like they were cross-eyed. So at one point I had like a war between my actual G.I. Joes and the cross-eyed people. And I gave them an accent. So let that, judge me how you will, people. The cross-eyed people had accents.
Do you have G.I. Joes? We have G.I. Joseph.
I am G.I. Jeff.
You have G.I. Jeff.
What the heck?
Okay, what's this next one?
Oh, wait. I think what is that, JoJo's character?
Oh, no.
What is that?
Original versus Chernobyl creature.
Chernobyl creature.
That looks like a character from Street Fighter or something.
That's like JoJo's, I think. I could be wrong though.
It looks kind of melted in the packaging for the rip-off one. Look at the
Original
hands.
Chernobyl.
The hands are like
it's got like a foot-long finger compared to its body.
It's like sausage fingers.
Oh, what the nose being flattened is, and like
it's like a Tinder date. So on the left you have what the Tinder date tells you she looks like, and then when she shows up, she looks like she's like all coked out, and she's like, "Let me suck your dick," and you're just like, "No, don't touch me."
Stop.
Noosa. It's
Do you have
it's a
Nutella?
Nutella
We have
knockoff.
Noosa.
Mom, can we have Nutella? No, we have Nutella at home.
Nutella at home.
It's a Polish Lacoste polo shirt.
It's a polo guy on the horse about to strike an alligator. I almost think this is cooler. This is like a Banksy.
That's like that's Florida merchandise right there.
Florida man merch.
Boy deformation.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm freaking talking about. Zed,
boy deformation.
So it's like a Transformers Buzz Lightyear action figure, but I guess the Chinese translation is boy deformation.
Boy deformation.
Oh, there was another toy that I thought was Transformers, but it was super changing robots at Kmart.
Do you have Buzz Lightyear? We have boy deformation.
I like how it's like in the Toy Story font too.
It's the same character. It's the same character. Just boy deformation. What does that even mean?
Mikey.
Do you have Nike? We have Mike.
Mikey.
I remember this.
Cup or C up. So it's like 7 up, but it's like
that sounds like a video game power up.
Okay, so my parents came and visited me, and before I got married, I lived like a monk. Okay, like I was just saving and making as much money as I possibly could, and that meant I was really, really like borderline of the main brand products I was buying. So I shopped a lot at Aldi, and I've seen this C up at Aldi, but I went ahead and bought myself a 2-liter of Dr. Thunder. And my parents came to visit me, and when my dad was like, "Do you have soda?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've got some soda in the fridge." He looked at it and he saw Dr. Thunder, and I'm pretty sure he looked at me and said, "Son, are you poor?"
Hey, if you like the off brands, then that's all part of you.
I like off brand soda. Like, I'm drinking a RC Cola right now. My Juliana and I are going to go on a road trip tomorrow. So we were like, let's go ahead and fill up our cooler full of drinks. So we got a whole bunch of really kooky craft sodas and stuff like that. And I got RC Cola because I drank it in Alabama. It's a Southern drink typically. And I thought it was funny, but God, like I never drink RC Cola because it tastes good. RC Cola is flat Coke, but it's funny. I sometimes I laugh.
Dude, I like Dr. Thunder.
How would you describe? Pause it, Sean.
Is this underarms?
We have to figure this out, Derek. Marushan, can you describe the taste of Dr. Thunder? I think I poured you a glass when you were here at my apartment in November.
Dude, it was a little flat, but you know what? It was a lot more pepper than Dr. Pepper.
I think you mean sugary.
Yeah.
I think you mean Dr. Salt.
Okay, we got underarms sneakers.
Underarms. Does that mean it has a gun in the shoe? Underarms?
It's a sneaky shoe.
Does it have like you lift up the foot and it's just like a gun embedded in the foot?
Imagine sending your kids to school with this and you don't know how to read English.
Please describe, Zed. Please describe.
It's a backpack with a picture of a baby lion cub in a Miami Vice style background, and it's the writing on the backpack says anus.
Maybe.
Is that a bloody, like, what's?
No, that's the zipper. It's the metal thing on the zipper.
Oh, it's a zipper.
Maybe it's not anus. Maybe it's a noose.
Or anas.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Isn't that an Arab name? A noose?
A noose.
I think it's an Indian name. I think Anas, A-N-A-S. Not A-N-U-S. Yes, find out you're talking
guys,
about. Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. Like the red zipper looked like blood when I first looked at it. It just.
This Mike Tyson brand backpack. It's got a lion, a little bit of blood on the thighs, and it says anus.
Sharple. I don't even know what that is.
Knockoff Sharpie. It's Skirple. Or Skirpy.
Point permanent marker. That's still correct. Sharple. Third graders be like, oh no.
It's a knockoff of Wii. It's a wee.
So, okay, something like
what
this.
What games do you play with the Wii?
I want to know what games are on the Wii.
I'm pretty sure they're just like preloaded onto the console itself.
But what games though? Like, this is an important question.
Like 16-bit. Like
is it Wii Sports?
Actually, you know what it is. Like you get a lot of knockoff consoles like these in India.
Do we have a Luigi cart on the game?
So basically, when you buy these knockoff consoles, you'll have like 300 games preloaded in the console itself, but they're all like these old school 16-bit video games that you've never ever heard of.
So games on the Wii include Luigi Car, The Legend of Link,
Call of Phone.
Call of Phone. Not Kirby, but I don't know.
Oh wow, this is a crossover event right here. Derek, describe this one.
Oh my God, it's Batman, but it's the Power Rangers.
It's a whole bunch
Batman Rangers.
It's a whole bunch of Batman action figures, like 5 Batman action figures,
and they're all
painted green.
They're all like lime green, like all the so much for the Rangers.
Okay, so I went to
Lantern pretending to be Batman.
when I was at Marion Military Institute,
Batman fucked up the laundry.
Yeah, I am the light. I am the knight, the lime green knight. When I was at Marion Military Institute, we did a toy drive. Each company in each of the barracks did a toy drive, and I went to the Dollar General up the road, and I was going to go ahead and buy a bunch of action figures because you can get superhero action figures, Marvel, DC, for like $2 a figure. And I thought they were legit until I start seeing it. Like I'd see a plastic small little Iron Man action figure, and you could see by the design it's Iron Man, except it would be all red, and Captain America would be all blue. And then if you read the actual thing and they're like Marvel superheroes, it would be like Metal Buddy. It's like, I feel like if kids get this as a gift, it's either a true sign of a desperate parent who wants to give their child a toy, or it's a way of insulting your son because he can't get a real Iron Man.
We have Iron Boy.
We have Iron Man at home.
Little Iron Man Jr. Little Iron Boy Jr. That's Mario, video game guy.
It's like basically.
It's basically Mario if he was a train conductor. It looks like a train hat.
There's a costume?
Yeah, for Halloween.
Yeah, it's not Mario. It's a video game guy.
Maru Sean, that seems like a good deal. I think you could pull that off for Halloween.
It's not even. They could just call it Jumpman or something, like for funnies.
Mushroom eating plumber.
Yeah, he just gets high. That's his superpower.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
We have
Coca home.
Coca-Cola.
Oh my gosh. And Snippers. We have
Snipers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking because it's a Snickers knockoff, it would be Snippers. No, it's Snipers. Snipers chocolate.
you eat this and you get shot.
All right, what's next, Zed?
And everything is off-brand.
So this is by a channel
Steven.
called Stephen He. He does a bunch of skits. So this is called When Everything is Off-Brand.
Lovely tongue you have here. Is there the KFC nearby? Yeah, it's 1 block away. Okay, I go check it out.
OFC.
Is that Obama's face on there?
Yeah.
Obama fried chicken.
yeah.
Obama fried chicken.
Does that say Obama fried chicken? Everyone's favorite. Awesome. I saw a Starbucks a minute ago. Is that over there? The coffee spot? Right, that's right across the road. Fantastic. I go to stop.
Sunbucks.
Sunbucks.
What else on the street? Moonbucks? Let me see. They're closed on Sundays. Thank you for telling me. I was about to get some moon coffee. Okay, there has to be a McDonald's. Oh, yes. I go there all the time. It's right over there. Fantastic. They're everywhere.
What?
What? Michael Allen?
Michael alone. I think there's an E behind that sign.
Did they just take the McDonald's signs and just flip it?
Yep.
Yep.
Michael alone.
They even have a clown.
This is just like so low energy, like low effort. Like, hey, can I copy your homework? They're
It's
just,
like McDonald's if you
there.
ordered it from wish.com.
Just keep letting the video play. It's very funny.
Michael alone? What, does he need a friend? Yeah. You got brisk, we got windy. You got bang, we got pow. You got Coke Zero, we got Coke Negative. What the hell is Coke Negative? It's so good it takes calories away. You got ginger ale, we got turnip drink. You got root beer, we got leaf juice. You got wine? Yeah, we have wine. You do? Totally. Wine, right? Oh, okay, what kind of wine you got? Crushed grapes. You got Sprite, we have Goblin. You got Trail Mix, we got Street Nuts. You got Sunkiss, we have Sunburned. I will send you to Jesus. Even your music is off-brand? Don't tell me, that's macaroni. No, that's macaroni. God damn it. Yeah, it's a bit cheesy. You got Chips Ahoy, we got cookies, yeah, boy. You got Kobe beer, we got LeBron pork. You got Pop Tarts, yeah, is cardboard okay? What?
Pause.
Oh, they're about the same.
Okay, straight up. I like, so one of my guilty pleasures is I like Pop-Tarts, but I have not bought Pop-Tarts in years. I buy pop pastries from Aldi. You fucking laugh, but they are the exact same thing. Pop pastries from Aldi are the exact same thing, and it's $1 for a dozen.
All right. All right. My perception has changed.
I go into Dunkin' Donuts. That's a dip in Danish. Applebee's. Apple A+. I hop, I jump. I leaving.
Apple A+.
Imagine if I just roll into frame.
Has anyone ever been to a Chinatown?
No, I have not.
I went to Chinatown, Honolulu, when I was in Oahu as a kid, like way back, like 2004. Like George Bush was still in term 1, right? And Chinatown, Hawaii, as it's called, is full of the most lead-tainted knockoff shit I've ever seen in my life. And I remember they had like Sunny D, but they had something else in like this Chinese dollar store type thing. It was called like, I might be remembering it wrong, but it was basically, I remember getting really confused because the label was weird. And it said like, it tastes like Sunny D. So it had the Sunny D label, but above it in bold letters, like somebody had like typed it in on a Word document trying to do a poor Photoshop. It was like, it tastes like Sunny D. And I'm like, I can't tell, is it or not? And I could feel it like in my soul. This is not Sunny D. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't taste like it.
It's not Sunny D.
All right, what's
Have
next?
you seen this? Someone named their shop a very Poor choice.
Oh my God.
This trendy t-shirt shop in Gujarat, India is doing a roaring trade with the affluent local youth. But it's not its fantastic range of superhero-themed tees that's getting it noticed in the press. It's more its supervillain name. Yep, the shop's called Hitler. The owners insist they had...
Okay, I want to emphasize in the dot for above the I, it has a freaking swastika there.
Oh my God, they knew what they were doing.
Marushan, you're walking down the street, Marushan, and you see this. Minding your own business. You see that. What's your first reaction?
I know where the Nazis hang out. That's where they get coffee. That's where I can get Hitler on my underwear. I mean,
and it's owned by an Indian, apparently.
Zed, would you out of curiosity go in and see that? Would you out of curiosity go in and see what's inside of Hitler?
What's inside of Hitler?
I know.
What a choice of words.
Titled after their unfortunately nicknamed granddad, shared a name with history's greatest mass murderer. And that's regardless of what it says in the dot of the I. Yes, the swastika can be a Hindu symbol, but that is a Nazi one. The shop's only been open a week, but has already attracted anger from both the local press and the regional Jewish community, who are, unsurprisingly, calling for the shop to be renamed.
Pause. There's a Jewish community in India?
Probably 100 people or something, like super small.
All dozen Jews happen to descend on this store and talk about how mad they are.
about the Hitler name.
Well, I mean, the swastika is a symbol for like I believe Hinduism. I think it means like good luck or something.
Here's the difference, though. I've studied this. The lines that are, the swastika lines go the opposite direction. That's the Nazi one.
Don't look this up.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Frying Nemo store?
No. Is it at least like a seafood restaurant?
I think it is a seafood restaurant. I'm not
sure.
No. Yeah, odd.
Do you guys know I just learned that Ellen DeGeneres got canceled? And apparently that was like 2 years ago, and I didn't know about it till like this morning.
Seriously?
I didn't know.
I mean, I never paid attention to Ellen much at all.
Apparently she was a horrible boss and made people cry. Oh my God!
Yeah,
Nemo, no!
Punjabi Chinese kebabs and Nemo.
Nemo has a lot more to worry about than what's her name shaking the bag.
Oh
I like the Photoshop job. It's like they photoshopped Nemo on top of a frying pan, and he's just like scared.
Crying Nemo. Oh no.
Talk about how to scar your child for life. First, you go ahead and get them a glass of C-Up and say, here's your Super Space Force Power Ranger Batmans. And then you're like, you know what we're also going to do after we go to Aldi and pick you up some birthday toaster pastries? We're going to Frying Nemo.
I wonder if Disney ever sent like a cease and desist to that store and they just toss it in the trash.
Sometimes... I think sometimes they let things like that slide even.
It's just like whatever.
Okay. Discontinued fast food items. So
while we're on this subject, that didn't you realize like once like all the like in during the pandemic and stuff, like Chick-fil-A used to have a large and a small milkshake. Now they've just standardized it down to one size.
Yeah, it's like a medium.
Does anybody wonder why?
Why?
It just seems like,
or how Taco Bell got rid of half their menu.
Because you think they still want to sell the two sizes because they make more money, but I guess maybe like they don't want to give away as much of the product, so they just do one size fits all at this point.
Or IHOP only has one type of syrup now instead of the four they used to.
Oh, hold on.
We need to clap back.
We never asked for the syrup, Zed. We should have.
Something happened, Derek. Something happened 3 weeks ago when I was home. We went ahead and Zed and Sean and I, while you were at work, we went ahead and went to IHOP in Chantilly, which, for the record, I had never been to that IHOP. The IHOP I go to in Centerville that I live near was the Korean-owned IHOP.
Oh.
This was like a Indian Pakistani-owned IHOP, because I almost feel like they were pretending it was an IHOP. Like, I was awfully suspicious. And what bugs me there was that they only had the home style syrup. And I'm a blueberry boy. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, this shit shall not stand.
So
when did that happen?
So instead of being at the International House of Pancakes, you're at the Islam House of Pancakes.
It's halal.
Wow. Wow. Log yourself off right now.
We just found the title for today's show, Islam House of Pancakes.
No, but the shit.
I am just shocking.
I have been through 400 hours of audio podcast, right?
But I never, ever heard this before.
Okay, let's take a vote. Islam House of Pancakes in the title.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. Oh my God, Derek.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
You should put that in your Bumble profile. I am the founder of IHOP, the Islam House of Pancakes.
They would wonder what the fuck I'm talking about. What's this white dude talking about? Islam House of Pancakes.
No, but this is the thing in the Chantilly IHOP.
You went to the off-brand IHOP.
No, IHOP. No. You hop. This is you hop. It's just very big on one side. You hop.
You hop.
No, but they didn't have the syrups in the Chantilly one either, or the Centerville one either. When me and Derek went.
So let me ask the question: did you guys ask for different syrup or no?
I shouldn't have to ask. That should be there at the International House of Pancakes.
Because it's stupid that they used to just have all 4 out on all the tables. Now they just have the 1 out on the table. But what I'm wondering is, if you went to an IHOP and you said, do you have other syrups? Would that option be available, or is it just down to the 1 syrup now? Because
someone's going to have to go and find this shit out.
Yeah, because I understand that, yes, it should be on the table. I agree with you. But
like a Project Veritas style video, RJ, just like deep cover camera.
Yeah.
So
hi.
What happened to the? Yeah,
we can't. Sir, please. We can't talk about blueberry syrup. Why? Why can't we talk about blueberry syrup?
The normal syrup makes the frogs gay.
Oh God, you said it.
Please, we can't talk about blueberry anymore.
They're watching.
Why? It was offensive to blackberry. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What are we watching now?
So top 10 biggest fast food failures of all time. So, ideas restaurants have tried but failed miserably to catch on.
I'm still laughing at Islam House of Pancakes. I don't think I can put that in the title. I think I'm going to have to put something more direct, something, but oh my God, Derek.
Indian House of Pancakes?
No, you can't bring it back from that, okay?
Yeah, it's it kind of caught me off guard.
Actually, that is the most non-IHOP I have ever been to.
You're welcome.
There is a halal IHOP. There's an IHOP with a halal menu in Fairfax.
Yeah, the Islam House of Pancakes.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's see. So Long John Silver's is the first one up. So let's see what Long John Silver's discontinued.
All time. Long John Silver's Big Catch Meal.
Welcome aboard the ship of
Lost souls.
This seafood monstrosity was added to the Long John Silver's menu in 2013. It contained a 7.5-ounce piece of haddock served with a pile of onion rings and a side of hush puppies. Long John Silver's described the meal as the largest fish we have ever offered and claimed it was a game changer. The Big Catch meal was launched in May and was discontinued by August of that same year due to a significant backlash. It turns out that Long John Silver's was also serving up a shockingly unhealthy amount of calories and fat. The Big Catch meal contained
you don't say.
Okay, like straight up.
Who goes to Long John Silver's?
That's an average, that meal right there, the fried haddock, which is the chicken of the stream, if I may say so myself, having lived in Wisconsin for a year. Chicken of the stream. That's an average Friday fish fry here in Milwaukee. I'm surprised it actually failed. That looks delicious. If you want to be sick afterwards.
What's your thoughts on fast food seafood? Because I actually like it. I like Captain D's.
What the fuck is Captain D's?
It's basically, I'm guessing, Long John Silver's competitor, but it's a bit smaller. It's like the White Castle of fish
No.
restaurants.
No. People know what White Castle is. You can't compare.
Well, Derek didn't know what White Castle was.
Yeah, but nobody knows what Captain D's is. White Castle had a movie. Captain D's has us.
We have White Castle at home. White Castle at home.
Captain D's.
No, we have Long John Silver's at home. Long John Silver's at home. Captain D's.
Captain D's.
Okay, here's my thoughts on fast food seafood. I have never in my life wanted to eat at Long John Silver's, nor has anyone ever said, let's go eat at Long John Silver's. And this is coming from the person who went to get Arby's with Derek a few months ago.
Yeah.
We went to Arby's. Sandwich. Dude, we didn't even get that. You know what we got? What did we get, Derek?
We got
were
wings.
disappointed.
We got wings. Remember?
Do you want to know how long we waited for some sauced up chicken nugs? Half an hour. And we were the only people there. There were like children in the back making our food. We don't know if that place was even supposed to be open or if they had been robbed and the robbers were pretending to be the cashiers. They were struggling with those stuff. And the worst part, they had none of the sauces available. And if you're going to run an Arby's, much like IHOP, the Islam House of Pancakes, you have all the syrups, okay?
You have
all the sauces.
McDonald's pizza.
That Arby's was weird because it was there was only we were the only two in there. I'm right. I think one other person showed up to pick up an online order, but that was it.
If you're online ordering Arby's, you're a step away from suicide.
And then everyone else, the sane people, we're all gathered in front of Sonic.
We went to Arby's because we couldn't go to Sonic's. That's why.
Why with Arby's?
If that was, it's still like that. This was in May. This is back in May.
I don't get the whole hype around Sonic. It's terrible food.
But it was the joy of it the first couple months it was open.
I mean, Sonic's not supposed to be good. You're supposed to go for a milkshake or something, but that's about it.
Sonic's is cheap, okay? That's why you get a lot of shit for cheap.
Cheerful.
Sonic, there's cheap and cheerful and tasty, but Sonic is just elementary school. It's high school cafeteria food. It's prison contract food, but sold in a fast food.
So what you're saying is the Choco Taco should come back and be a Sonic exclusive.
Yes.
Sonic, save the Choco Taco.
Marushan, are you taking notes?
Yes. And
we're appealing Sonics to buy out the Choco Taco.
Yes. Sonic, buy
McDonald's
Choco Taco.
pizza.
McDonald's has lots of stuff for dinner.
That's a mistake.
I remember this.
With the rise of pizza chains at this time, the company decided it wanted to tap into this corner of the dinner food market and introduced their own pizza. By the early 1990s, McDonald's implemented it in a portion of their Canadian and American locations.
Pizza time.
However, there were a lot of complications that came with this decision. First, there was an equipment issue. The McDonald's pizza required a new oven to cook, which was designed to quickly cook pizza dough from frozen within 6 minutes.
You're telling me that they could go ahead and have an oven for pizza, which is basically just frozen pizza, but they can't keep their freaking ice cream machines working for more than a week.
You know,
This is good. Yeah.
It meant that every single restaurant location would have to obtain a new oven and find room for it in their kitchen. Next, there was a drive-through issue. The boxes designed for the pizza didn't fit through the window, which meant that they had to be expanded. That called for more renovations. The pizza also took a total of 11 minutes to cook and prepare, which is way too long to keep up with drive-through times. People frequently had to pull over and wait a long time for their pizzas. Not only was this a flop, but it angered many popular pizza chains and prompted them to create smear campaign-style ads against McDonald's.
That was like watching Ronald McDonald eat a cheeseburger off the Grimace.
I'm serious. What a terrible business decision where you had to spend millions just to renovate your restaurant to sell a frozen pizza.
But who's asking for it though? And who was buying it? It's
That's
like,
a great
remember,
question.
do you remember when McDonald's tried selling tacos?
They did?
Yes. That was like when we were very young.
That was in the dollar menu. You can get tacos. And you know who actually, those were also in the 90s. You know who used to get tacos from McDonald's?
People who got cancer?
My dad.
Oh.
My dad is the only human being I know on earth who ever actually liked McDonald's tacos. And you know why?
What was in the taco?
It was ground beef and cheese.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if it was like seasoned ground beef. I think they just like got a glove and like messed with a burger patty and threw it in some like cold Walmart brand. I'm sorry, Aldi brand tortillas, and just threw it together and said, "Here's
off-brand tortilla."
Tortilla. I don't have a problem saying tortillas. I'm trying to make it sound like off brands, but yeah, no, he likes that. I don't know why he did.
Speaking of tacos, you know how Taco Bell brought back the Mexican pizza? Well, it's so stupid. They're sold out everywhere, right? I'm like, how can you be sold out of Mexican pizza? Like, you're telling me you're bringing back the most popular item on the menu, and you can't pump out a few million flat taco shells?
I know.
And it's like, that's the only ingredients that's different. You have everything else. And I asked him, it's like, when is it coming back? It's like, oh yeah, it's back ordered till October. I'm like, it's going to take you till October to do like, just make your taco shells up flat. It's not that hard.
Like they only have like 2 items on the menu now. It's all stoner food. When Taco Bell just became like stoner food, it lost its spirit. Remember the grillers? The grillers were amazing.
Oh my!
Yeah,
you and me are so disappointed in that. Like
the spicy potato grillers were like the best fast food item ever made.
I hear McDonald's is bringing back the snack wraps out here. It's like a rumor.
Don't say something that will break my heart if it's not true.
Yeah, don't hype us up to
what did Hawkeye say to Black Widow when she was like, Clint, we can bring them back? He's like, stop, please. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope.
McDonald's spaghetti.
McDonald's new pasta dinners with your favorite meatballs.
In the 1970s, McDonald's decided to develop McSpaghetti. The dish was long spaghetti noodles covered in marinara sauce, topped with shredded cheese, and served in a cardboard container. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, McDonald's decided to give it another try. They launched McSpaghetti in some locations across the United States, mostly the South.
Since when don't you like spaghetti and meatballs, huh?
This time, they tried a few varieties, including lasagna and fettuccine alfredo. These products were launched in those locations to be tested over the course of a year. But like the McPizza, people do not go to McDonald's for Italian food. This item was taken off the menu pretty quickly. Still, McDonald's did try to bring back their McSpaghetti in other locations around the world. You can try it yourself, but you have to go to the Philippines to get it.
Lasagna.
Lasagna? What the hell's a...
How much you have to hate yourself to eat spaghetti at
lasagna?
McDonald's?
You know,
the amount of Italian restaurants that you would pass on your way to a McDonald's just on the McDonald's that has it.
So Julianne and I, after 4th of July, we took a trip out to Detroit to see my family. And as we were coming back, we went to a hibachi buffet.
Ooh, nice.
And in it, there was an entire section that was pizza, fried chicken, and French fries. And the only thought going through my mind is that this section has to be for children who are picky and don't want to eat like Chinese food.
Yeah.
No, I saw
hibachi buffet
I saw adult after adult after adult walk out with plates of pizza, French fries, and fried chicken. And it's like, the teriyaki is right there, bro. It's right
what
there.
the fuck?
It's for those people.
I'm gonna pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet and not eat this shit.
Marushan, would
I
you
only have
eat?
enough
Would you
money
eat
for me.
pizza hibachi buffet?
Fuck no.
That's food poisoning all over it.
It
just
depends.
doesn't feel right.
Well, hold on. For Marushan, it depends how spicy the food is.
So like some mayonnaise.
I'll never forget. We're like in 12th grade. We're seniors in high school, and we go to Hooters for dinner. And Sean orders the medium wings, and he's like, "I can't eat these. These are too spicy." It's like, Sean, but you ordered mild. They're white people mild. How is that too spicy?
I promise everyone that is listening, my spice palette has gotten better.
Yeah,
do you want
it
a quick?
has.
Do you want? Oh yeah, he has a very extensive palette now, but back then,
Yeah. I mean, mine was pretty bad back then too. I've gotten a lot better thanks to Zed.
Hey, Derek, what are the what are the beans called?
Chickpeas.
Zed, explain.
The chickpeas?
Yeah, I don't know. Derek didn't know what. So we used to go to these kebab restaurants, and the side often used to be like chickpeas, and Derek didn't know what chickpeas were, and I thought, oh, everyone knows what chickpeas are. I guess.
I just know they're delicious. That's all I need to know.
I mean, they're also known as garbanzo beans, but I thought chickpeas was more common.
Didn't he go to your house and didn't you serve him chickpeas and he looked at your thoughts? These are good beans. This is shaking.
These are good beans.
I've had chickpeas.
Good beans, but shaking.
They were delicious.
He's learning.
They've both gotten so much better. The token whites have a much more extensive palette.
They're cultured whites now.
They're cultured whites now.
We are cultured.
And Joe.
Taco Bell's seafood salad.
Oh no.
During the 1980s, the restaurant chain best associated with stoners and post-bar runs decided to try to invent a healthy seafood item to compete with the successful Filet-O-Fish at McDonald's. In this vintage commercial for the concoction, you can clearly see that they are trashing the competition by implying that ordering fish at a fast food chain isn't real fish. Ironic.
Pretty good.
Coming from a chain that is constantly under scrutiny for the quality of its beef. Now, the more logical solution to compete with the seafood market would have just been to introduce fish tacos. However, Taco Bell decided they were going to do something completely different and decided on a salad instead.
Ron, would you like some salad? Since I am not a rabbit, no, I do not.
The Taco Bell seafood salad contained a mixture of typical salad vegetables, topped with shrimp, whitefish, and snow crab. Extra toppings also included cheese and olives. And in Taco Bell style, the whole thing was served inside an edible taco shell bowl. Does anyone really want seafood when they go to Taco Bell? It turns out the answer is no, because this item was discontinued.
Don't go!
Wendy?
That looks absolutely disgusting.
That looks like it has like a food poisoning hazard all over it, especially if it's cold. You know,
I would not eat fish from Taco Bell. That's just the death sentence.
My
It's like gas station sushi.
I wonder who like which executives like pick these ideas. It's like no, not the fish tacos, the fish salad. Yeah,
Speaking of gas station tacos, this reminds me of a story of that Zed and I once experienced. Remember the Chalupa man? What was it, Zed? That guy at iBattle that we met.
Oh, yeah. What about him?
Taquitos, or like Like you got the 7-Eleven, like
yeah. So we went to like this 24-hour gaming cafe, and me and Derek just went there to play some video games late at night, and it's just like Sunday night or whatever, or
yeah,
not even a Sunday
or
night.
like
This is a
Saturday maybe.
Saturday
Saturday.
maybe, yeah. So there's this guy who's sitting right next to us, and he's like your stereotypical like no life person who spends all his time playing video games. And
Yeah.
this guy had his like giant vape in front of his computer. He had like 4 Monster energy drinks, and like he had like this big container of 7 buffalo chicken rollers from 7-Eleven. And we're just like talking to this guy, and he's like, oh yeah, I came here on Friday night, and I actually been here all night, and I plan to be here till like Monday morning. And because it's like a 24-hour place, and I'm just like, this guy is like one of those guys you hear about people who die in gaming cafes from like heart attacks.
He stands up and all the blood rushes from his legs throughout his body, giving him immediate cardiac arrest.
And then he's like trying to be like cool or something. He's like, oh, sorry guys, my girlfriend's calling me. Women, am I right? And I'm just like cringing. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's just FaceTiming his waifu pillow.
Yeah, and then
hey
he,
baby,
and then he gets up and says, "Oh, I'll be back. I need to go get 7-Eleven things like taquitos or something like that."
Yeah.
Like because he wanted to get some food, and he was like, "Oh, you guys want anything?" We're like, "No, we're good."
Leave us alone.
That reminds me of Eric Cartman in the World of Warcraft episode of South Park, where he's like, "Man, bathroom!
Get the bucket!
Get the bucket! Oh yeah, you're such a big boy, Eric."
He's covered in shit.
My God.
All right, let's see what we got.
Has bad publicity. Pizza Hut. Taco Pizza.
Oh no.
Oh, Pizza Hut. This one is for all those kids in the 80s who will remember Pizza Hut's Taco Pizza. Who can forget it? It was the best thing to be invented since sliced bread. Introduced in the late 70s and popular until the 80s, Pizza Hut's Taco Pizza came served on their original pizza crust, topped with seasoned ground beef, taco sauce, and a mix of cheddar and melted mozzarella cheese. The lettuce and tomatoes were added on top after it had been cooked. It was a pizza-looking, taco-tasting pizza, as the commercial says. For those who missed the chance at eating this delicious pizza, it actually looked good and tasted decent. A cross between...
That actually doesn't look bad.
No, that actually doesn't.
Would you eat that, Zed?
Yeah, actually, that actually looks good.
Maru Sean?
Shit, let's go with it. I'll try it out.
I'd try anything once.
I'd give it a shot. I might regret it, but I'll give it a shot.
Oh, you'll totally regret it the next morning.
Yeah, I'll regret it.
I mean, nothing can beat when we did a Ruth Chris burger and milkshake challenge.
Oh my! I'm sorry. I just had like
flashbacks.
I stopped breathing for a second when you brought up the chicken. It was the Chicken Ruth's milkshake and burger challenge.
Yeah.
The PTSD really just set in for you, like right there in your eyes.
Derek, I'm
not joking. I know.
The entire restaurant staff had to witness a clogged sink. I literally paid somebody who put their whole arm in the sink full of my milkshake vomit. I paid him to not make eye contact with me the rest of the time we were there.
That was very nice of you.
You want to talk about bad? That was bad.
Thank goodness.
So bad. No other food thing can ever top that. So you know what? I will eat the taco pizza.
Thank goodness for Drano.
Thank goodness for Drano. Well, they didn't have Drano. That's why Jorge had to stick his freaking arm in there. And like, I don't know what he pulled out. I don't know what came out of me that he had to pull out for everything to go down the sink. We're going off on a tangent. Please press play.
Veal Parmigiana.
Little piccata, little veal,
Burger King's veal parmigiana sounded like a sure thing in the 80s. Everyone loved this Italian favorite. It tasted like Nona's homemade veal sandwich, slathered with tomato sauce and melted mozzarella on a panini-shaped bread. It was delicious, but the introduction of this veal-based sandwich in 1980 did not come without controversy. It caught the eye of many animal rights activists in the US, Canada, and New Zealand. A few years later, several groups were alleging that the veal being sourced to Burger King was inhumane toward the treatment of these animals.
This is inhumane! Yeah, that's the point. That's what veal is.
Yeah,
If you don't like it, don't eat it.
exactly.
Day return. Pizza Hut Bigfoot Pizza.
Pizza the Hut!
Pizza Hut's
Pizza the
Bigfoot
Hut.
Pizza was a big thing in the 90s, named so because of its size. It was one of their more popular pizzas. The pizza measured 12 inches by 24 inches, or 2 square feet, and was cut into 21 slices. Ideal for parties, big groups, or a very hungry family with lots of leftovers for breakfast the next morning. With the Bigfoot, you could choose up to 3 toppings of your liking for under $11. There were all kinds of extra promotional things surrounding the Bigfoot Pizza. In 1993, Pizza Hut put in a free trial month of HBO,
Quite a promotion.
or a free video rental from Blockbuster with a purchase of the Bigfoot as a limited time offer. There was also the Bigfoot Big Six, which was a variation with 6 different toppings and sold for the same price as the standard Bigfoot. Throughout the 90s, Pizza Hut offered and combined all kinds of promo stuff like free admission to theme parks, extra pizza toppings, and much more. The pizza competed with the likes of Little Caesar's Big Cheese and the Dominator from Domino's Pizza. The Bigfoot won over big time. So we know what you're thinking. This sounds like a hit. Why is it on our failures list? The fail is on Pizza Hut's part for retiring this beloved pizza for no apparent reason. It was one of their more popular items, came in at a great price, and people still clamor for its comeback to this day. Come on, Pizza
Bring it
Hut.
back.
We love you. Make your wrong a right and bring back the Bigfoot.
I hate when restaurants, fast food restaurants do it. They'll get rid of an item that sells so well for no reason. I don't understand.
Like the ribwich at like the what is it, the rib sandwich at McDonald's?
McRib.
The McRib, yeah. I don't know what I call them, the ribwich. Yeah, the McRib. I would love the McRib to be a year-long thing. They only bring it out in the late summer and the fall.
And then Taco Bell got rid of their shredded chicken, so no more spicy chicken burritos and no more $1 quesadillas, which were like amazing for the price.
Taco Bell is where you go if there's just literally nothing around anymore. That's why Taco Bell. It's like Taco Bell hates itself.
Yeah. And it's self-imploding.
You have to
what
wonder-
I think it is?
What?
I'm sorry, Derek, but I think they're trying to get people to use their mobile app to order food, which I hate because like every fast food restaurant you go to now, they're like, "Did you order through the app?" Like like on the drive-through. So like I'm guessing some of the items that are discontinued are like mobile order only, which is
So
like
they're prioritizing that over people who actually just want to go and order traditionally.
Yeah, it's stupid.
They deserve to fail if they're thinking that that's going to help them.
Yeah, you would think because you would think
I
that
know more people who go there for their Mountain Dew Baja Blast than the food now.
That's true. I mean, you would think that in terms of like the whole mobile app versus in-person thing, you would think that they wouldn't care how they get their money. Whether it's people coming through in person or using the app, having more avenues of getting revenue shouldn't matter. Like, it should just be, oh, I made money either way. Like, you already paid for these tacos or these crunchers or whatever you're buying, like, online, come get them. Like, but if you're in person, okay, you paid for it, come get them. Whether it's drive-through or not, should not matter. Like, I mean, that goes for honestly any of the restaurants. I mean, they obviously incentivize you. I don't know if Taco Bell does any form of rewards or whatever. I imagine they do. I mean, I know Chick-fil-A does a lot of rewards for people who use the app. That way you get like free sandwich or free item.
Just be getting a free gallon of lemonade from Chick-fil-A
or a free gallon of lemonade. The thing is, like, you get free stuff, use the app because it's rewarding you for being a frequent customer. Like, that's the idea, and that's what they want to do. Again, I don't know if Taco Bell does similar things, but you shouldn't disincentivize someone from just pulling up to a drive-thru and being like, "Oh, I want food," and like, "Oh, George, the app." No, I didn't. I just impulsively wanted food because now you're closing off your impulse market.
Nobody intentionally thinks to themselves the morning of the day of starting the day, what I want for dinner? I want Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Taco Bell is what you get when you fucked up something and you didn't take out chicken to defrost, or you lost a reservation.
I'm not sitting around my home and looking through my phone. It's like, what do I want to eat? And I pick the Taco Bell app and order Taco Bell and drive out and get Taco Bell. Like, Taco Bell is something that if I pass it and I see it and I'm hungry and I really just, for some reason, need Taco Bell, it's there. And I saw it and I impulse. Because if you're closing off your impulse market, Taco Bell, you're fucking yourself over. Because your impulse market is your market. Like, that's the people who come and get Taco Bell.
You have thought way more about this than the stoners who obviously run Taco Bell now.
Derek, you obviously been scarred by this.
No, I'm just like stating facts, because like fast food at the end of the day, especially things like McDonald's and Taco Bell and Burger King, like even Chick-fil-A, like most of those are impulse buys, because it's like, and people on the road or like that want something quick and easy that they can pick up, eat in their car, whatever. I would say out of those four, Chick-fil-A is the one that, most people will probably think about and be like, oh, let's get Chick-fil-A for lunch or dinner or whatever. And then like McDonald's will be a bit like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell will be a tad more on the impulse side because impulsively you're like, oh, you know what? There's a McDonald's. Let's just fucking get McDonald's.
Derek, we have to move on, or else we're all just going to get angry thinking about this even more.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to.
Do we have any final thoughts?
Do any of these things look appealing other than the taco pizza? We'll start with Derek.
The Pizza Hut.
Or maybe maybe what item do you want to see back the most?
Yes,
12-inch
taco pizza, maybe.
I want the McRib year round.
Oh yeah, McRib. Yes.
12-foot pizza.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the snack wraps come back. Those are amazing.
Yeah. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed this. As always, go ahead and let us know what item you want. Go ahead and tweet me at HeyRemzo on Twitter. That's HeyRemso. What item do you actually purchase? Are you a toaster pastry Pop-Tart knockoff fan like I am, or are you a Dr. Thunder connoisseur? Do you remember ever having McDonald's spaghetti? Let us know.
Did you ever order Taco Bell off the app? Let us know.
Actually, no, that's the big question. Have you ever actually ordered Taco Bell off the app? Because I don't think those people exist. That's all she wrote, folks. As always, thank you, panel. Not Tonight's producer, Derek, on Quarter Persian Zed, and reintroducing to the world, Marushan.
Marushan.
We'll be back. As always, be safe, be good. Good night.